Yeah. So cameras rolling.
My name is Marquise Anderson. I'm the founder and CEO of Groom for Greatness Guild and Adam Styles LLC. The Guild was started off a lived experience. It's a community-based organization used to develop leaders and justice-impacted individuals. A little bit more about the Guild. Is it was developed with a group of credible messengers. You know, everybody involved in the Guild are credible messengers. They have a story to tell. They've been there, and we pulled our resources together to use the Barber chair as the entry point to get these resources out to the community. You know, young, my father was killed in front of me. Then my mother went to prison when I was 12. Then I spent a couple years with my grandmother. After that time, I went to a boys' school. Call it that. Went to a boys' school. It was an all boys school. You know, played basketball, football. It was real discipline oriented, and that's where I have my my background in competitiveness through sports that I applied to my life. So then in 2004, I had my first run-in with incarceration. You know, I went to prison in 2004. I had one foot in the streets and one foot in the prison. You know, in and out of prison. You know, for a couple years. You know, I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be a provider. You know, but I also was doing what I knew what to do. You know, what I seen around me. You know, I was a product of my environment at that point. During that time of incarceration, you know, I earned my barber's license. You know, I got released October 6, 2020. You know, upon my release, I got released to a shelter. No job, no clientele. I had a barber's license. You know, I wanted to work. You know, I had no means of getting around. It was at the end of COVID. You know, so a lot of things were shut down. You know, so I was in Brooklyn. You know, where I knew, around people I knew, the environment that I knew. I was working though. I was cutting hair, but I was still, you know, doing some things that I shouldn't have been doing, which led me to being shot by somebody that I thought was my best friend. During that time, I was incapacitated, to say the least. You know, I don't remember much. So shortly after that, you know, my daughter was born October 2021. You know, at the time, there was just dealing with myself and dealing with my daughter, you know, and my other kids, you know. And then, you know, when the responsibility of my daughter got, you know, I don't want to say was placed on me at the moment when I was, you know, trying to recover and heal as well. It was just it was transforming my thought process. It was like, you know, at the time, you know, all I seen was anger and red. You know what I'm saying? I want to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do something. So here I am. That was a transformation. That was like, I knew I was here for a real reason. You see what I'm saying? I knew I was here for a real reason. You know, the video got dismissed. I won custody of my daughter. That's it. It was nothing else to do. Everything else was just go time, you know? So I formulated the plan. I had to get some more education. I got my KSAC, which is a qualified healthcare professional, where it's like a credential alcohol substance abuse counselor. So I learned that while I'm giving haircuts, while I'm cutting dudes' hair, I'm also giving them resources that I've learned through this schooling that I just took through the KSAC, that, oh, I can make this bigger and better, right? That was like a light bulb moment for me, right? I can make it bigger and I can make more of an impact, right? From the barber chair. So that's when I got a team of people behind me, you know, because everything is about, you can have a dream. Everybody's supposed to dream big, you know, but it's important about who you have around you. You got to have good people around you. You know what I'm saying? For one, you got to have people that care about you. You know what I'm saying? And then for two, it has to be a clear understanding of the people around you. One hand wash the other, they both wash the face. Yes, some things may be transactional. You see what I'm saying? But that's the nature of what we doing. This is life. You know what I'm saying? So we have to have these clear understandings. And in the process of that light bulb moment, that's when I'm like, the Guild, right? I'm looking for a name for it, right? I'm grooming. I'm cutting hair. right? I'm giving dudes mentorship. I'm giving them jewels here and there, dropping gems on them, right? Getting sharper. Dudes hit me, yo, Marquise, you can find me a job somewhere. I'm like, damn, you know what? I know somebody. Boom, got somebody a job at the airport. You see, you know what I mean? Little things like that. Getting dudes motivated, doing push-ups for chess. You know what I'm saying? They come getting a haircut. Come on, let's play a game of chess real quick. If you lose, I lose. We're doing 50. Let's do 50. You know what I mean? I got somebody, now he's a beast. Now he's doing walking handstands in the park. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but so it's about that grooming. And then that's why I was like, all right, let's groom people for greatness. You know what I'm saying? Then the name Guild, the Guild comes about because a guild, if you look it up, it's a collection of skilled individuals. And that's what the resource is. It's a pool. This barber's chair is a pool of resources. Not just my resources, but these are the resources from people that I connect with in the barber chair. And that's what the barbershop is supposed to be, especially in the Black community, right? We're supposed to be able to have resources and tell things. It's always been a staple. The barbershop, the hair salon has always been a staple within our communities to be able to talk, not necessarily gossip, but talk and share information. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Guild is formed for, from those lived experience. Adam Styles is where luxury grooming meets purpose. Every haircut represents discipline, professionalism, and self-respect. Through our partnership with Groom for Greatness Guild, we're creating opportunities for youth, returning citizens in our community to build careers, become leaders, and break generational cycles. Adam Styles perfects the image, the Guild develops the individual. Together, we're developing leaders through discipline.